Good morning, everybody. IMakeLevels here, and welcome back to another Half-Life 2 Episode 2 mod review. Today we are looking at The Masked Prisoner by Mike Anderson. I remembered his name this time. I have a bit of a story with this, so here we go. I originally played this about a weekend ago, 1 week ago, and I didn't look at the footage, and I did not enjoy it. Spoiler alert, did not enjoy it. So I looked at the reviews on Planet Phillip, and they were overwhelmingly positive. Like, everyone gave it 5 stars out of 5 stars. There were a handful of people that gave it, this is my all-time favorite mod of all time, and kind of things like that. So I played it again, and again, and again. I played it about 5 more times after that, thinking, like, what the hell am I missing here, because I am not enjoying it. And I didn't look at the footage because work is kind of crappy as well last week. So I looked at the footage and it was pretty bad. It was dropping frames and stuff, and I figured out why, and it's because of the optimization of the map. There's not a lot of portals and stuff. It's a lot of outdoorsy areas. And so I'm playing it through again after having played it 6 or so times. I've taken notes on what exactly I don't like, so people that vehemently disagree with me can at least know my reasons, and I'm not just hating for hating's sake. And the author is in the industry. He's in the video game industry. He was a designer on Rage, and he is a designer on The Order 1866, or whatever that game is. Someone knows what it is. So, I don't know why this is, in my opinion, a rather low quality mod. So here's what I don't like about it. We're in a prison. So first of all, let me just pause here for a second. The description for the mod says, watch the story unfold before your eyes. And granted, there is a lot that can be said without throwing a story in the player's face. So we're in a prison, right? And this is sort of a refactored kind of farm-looking-ish area that's been converted into a prison. And there's all these prisoners here, and hey, got something to say to me? Nope, no one talks to me. There are a few people that talk to me, and there's, they're using zombies to kowtow people or whatever. But aside from very few people, no one really has any dialogue about what's going on. I also really freaking hated these stairs every single time I played this. I later learned that the geometry is a first-pass geometry, and in my opinion, unless you're sending out your mod to like a handful of friends or like an actual testing cabal, there's a guy there that I didn't notice until I think my 2nd or 3rd time playing through. Unless you're giving your mod to for testing purposes, if you put it out there for the public, it's fair game to be treated as a final product, because that is, it's in the public's hands at this point. And so, here's what I don't like. All these prisoners around, no one's talking about stuff. No one's saying, oh, hey, we were captured at wherever. Or, hey, there's an underground resistance, or hey, I'll trade you a potato for a loaf of bread or something. There's just really bad stairs everywhere. And there's these buildings which serve absolutely no purpose. I don't know what the hell is this? It's like completely empty. And there's nothing really going on in the background. There's actually a train that goes by. That's important later, maybe possibly. But you can tell from all the geometry here that it's very, very first pass. And if I was reviewing this on potential instead of a finished product, it might be very different. So we might not have heard that very well. All this guy says is, this is bullshit, and he just runs there and then hides. He doesn't even try to go through this fence. I don't know why you wouldn't want to do that. And I really can't understand anything these guys say because combine voices and stuff. Yeah, so like, more guys, hey, got something to say?
Water. They put something in it to make you forget. I don't even remember how I got here.
Not really, you know, story enveloping before my eyes here.
I can't take it anymore.
Everything's gonna be okay.
This,
What are we
hey,
going to
get-
do?
We'll think of something.
These guys are, they're in the,
When is it all going to end?
they're in the
Don't worry.
actual game.
Please.
So there's not a lot of opportunities for exploration, partially because you have no crowbar, you have no weapons here, you're entirely passive, you can't really interact with it. I mean, you can pick up stuff, but that's about it. But there's literally nothing in this environment. It does not look like a prison. There's not even any props on the ground. The ground is just fully flat. Everything is brushes. I think, okay, there's a displacement there. It's just really, really bare, and there's no reason to explore. Once you know exactly where to go, there's no reason to do anything other than get to where you need to go at all. And that is this guy. This guy was hiding behind the building
hold on
before.
I recognize you. Yeah, you're definitely Black Mesa. You better come with me.
Yeah.
Now.
Okay.
The
I'm coming
Combine
with you now.
obviously don't know who you really are, or they wouldn't have dropped you here. The second they realize their mistake, you're gonna be dead. Or worse.
Trying to figure out where the lighting's coming from. Looks like it's coming from over there somewhere. Not important. This room, I really hated because of this. Cinder block bunk beds. Does not really seem to be like a thrown together
So how's the water today?
prison kind of thing.
Is it warm?
You never know.
Alright, secret code word for
Through here.
secret entrances and whatnots.
Don't worry. A ton under their base is the last thing the Combine's expecting.
Oh yeah, of course. And yes, take a look at these hallways and tell me I am unjustified in feeling this way. So one of the other things I noticed is in the beginning map, or as you're walking through the prison, there's background music, but then it cuts out and it's pretty much silent, except for these stingers here.
So, here he is. Apologies for the dramatics, but we cannot risk our identities being exposed in the event you're questioned. Huh. Well, I'll cut to the short of it. We've got an escape in mind, and now that you're here, we've got to act fast. Fighting our way into the nearby train depot is our best chance at a quick escape. We can hijack one of the rail cars and head for safety, but we won't make it far with the Combine on our tail. The only way we can ensure that is by taking out their communications tower, which you saw on the ride in. The moment we begin our assault, they'll use it to call for reinforcements. No one here has the experience to disable it, which is where you come in. The tower should be accessible by a path just over there, which we've used only to steal weapons thus far. Once it's deactivated, we'll unleash hell, and hopefully provide enough of a distraction for you to make your way back to us. I realize it's a risky plan, but staying in camp a moment longer is far riskier, especially for you.
They're all doing it for me.
Time is short. Go now, and Godspeed.
Alright, so before we go, here's my problems with this whole mission briefing. This map means absolutely nothing to me. I don't know what the hell any of this is, except for that's a railroad-looking thing. And there's question marks. There's 3 question marks. I don't know what any of this is. They reference a communications tower when we were coming in. I don't remember seeing that at all. It was not called out. After like 5 times playing this, I still don't remember seeing this. And then making, they're not going to begin their assault until I do that, and then hopefully make it my way back to them. None of this is really plays out the way that they talk about. They reference a train station. I don't remember really getting on any train at the end of this. So anyways, let's just carry on with this here. There's nothing down there. Just a few simple things here. I still don't have like a crowbar or anything. I don't know how a person is, expected to go disable a communications tower with no equipment. They didn't even give me anything. No pistol, no nothing. Which is a bit shenanigans. If I was staging a prison break, I would not just be like, hey, here you go. Go do it, and not give them anything. So, this rather plain-looking environment tells us that there are striders in the area. Very, very important. But other than that, this is the only thing that this duct here serves, is showing that there are striders. We'll get more on that in a bit. And then we're just in this thing where we climb up a couple things into Combine area, where we push red switches. And push more red switches. Now I'm on page 2 of my notes. So, here's the first here's one of the first things I didn't really like. We have a suit here that is lit, so it seems relatively important. And then we have nowhere else to go, so we just go forward, following this stuff. And what do we do here? We have a red and a green button, so we push the green button, because green is always the one that's on. We push it to turn it red or something. And then this happens. And now what? Who knows? I know. But do you know? So what it did is it blew up this beam that is going along all the way over here. And so this actually disables the force field here for the suit. That is just way too soft of a connection, in my opinion. It's entirely passive as well. I mean, you're pushing a button, and that's fine in the grand scheme of things. If you're like ramping up,
Watch duty. Let's go.
difficulty and stuff, like push buttons, see a reaction, and then it happens. Personally, if I was doing that differently, I would do like push button, something drops into the beam, and it disables a door that you can go into. And then you go into the next room, and then you have to do something else to get the suit, rather than it being so kind of disjointed and disconnected here for this thing. So now we are disguised as not a prisoner, as a Combine. Say cheese. Hi, Mom. And I really hated that I had to, these guys don't really say... These guys don't really say anything worth hearing, so... I mean, several of the times that I played through, I turned on the subtitles, so I could see what's going on. I find it funny that even though I'm in the Combine suit, I still can't get through these shields. Even though that guy just straight up walked through them. Hello? I think he said remain still. This is just a really long, unnecessary airlock here. And if there was like combat or something on either end of this, I would say this is a good pacing break, but it's just... It's like 30 seconds of standing still, doing nothing, waiting for the designer to open the door for me. This hallway, oh my god, burns my eyes. Alright, so we're getting there. We're getting towards stuff, I promise. So 15 minutes in, we're finally getting to something that I would call fun. Look at all that, look at all that. Oh man. Okay, so here's our little camera thing, and we see a guy waving to us. Hello! Nope, they lied. Alright, so it has started. Even though they said they were, they said that they were going to wait for me to disable the communication tower before they go. Because the second they begin the assault, they're going to try to call for reinforcements. So that was a bit weird. It didn't really seem to mesh with the narrative. And this is kind of a scary first puzzle here. Maybe? Ah! Ramping. I mean, yeah, I don't know. All it is jumping across the thing in a timed fashion, so maybe it's not super bad, but I'm a fan of player ramping and skill ramping and stuff like that. Number 2 thing, well, like number 17 thing that I didn't like. So we have a bunch of grenades here. We have this stuff in case we accidentally throw a grenade at our feet, I suppose. And this is kind of, I don't know. I would prefer this slightly different, but this is okay. There's really nothing to do in here except throw a grenade into that thing. You know, you can try to throw it pretty much anywhere else, and you have a crate, so that's good. You can't really run out of ammo. But I can see, like, not really knowing what to do in this room until you accidentally throw one in there. So we throw a grenade in there. It disables whatever, and then it disables the communication tower in the background there. It's a bit soft, I think, because you can't really, it's so far away you can't really see it that I don't really, I'd rather it like blow up in an extravagant fashion or something like that, but whatever, we're just disabling it. And then there's some more guys here. These guys don't ever do anything different. You can't really get through here, you can't go back or anything until you toss a grenade in there. They're really, this is kind of the player training that I was talking about earlier. I'd rather this stuff be staggered so you know, like, hey, throwing grenades in these things does things and stuff. And then we get to the gun combat. I didn't like the gun combat at all either. So we have at the start just a pistol and the grenades still. And look at this cover. Oh my goodness. Very first pass. Environment very, very much first pass. I'm gonna even stop talking. Well, no, I'm not ready to stop talking about it. So, for the combat, I don't dig it. There's very limited movement opportunities. There are very limited movement opportunities. Let's do that. So these guys just kind of post up and they stay up there and then they just kind of shoot at you. They don't really try to flank or move up or anything like that. And I would say for the very first combat opportunities, that's probably a good thing, except it doesn't change. They are all gonna do that. And unfortunately, they're gonna do that from further away. This is kind of the only subsection of the combat that I like, because if he doesn't move out here, you can kind of go around and like shoot him in the back and stuff. Still hate those stairs, by the way. So these guys run up next to some exploding barrels. Silly Combine, you can't do that. So here's something I did the first and second time I played this. I'm gonna hide right here. Pew pew pew, I'm taking cover. Pew 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 pew. Just wait for it, it's coming, I promise. Oh no, things are coming in. It looks like, oh, it's rockets. Oh, look, one landed right on top of me. Right behind a prime opportunity of cover. Shenanigans, I called both times that happened to me, which is really unfortunate. I really hated the fact that I got bombed by rockets that you can't really avoid because they move so fast and you don't really know where they're going based on, you know, the arcing trajectory and stuff. So one of the things that I really didn't like about this is that you can just hide from the gunfire and deal with these at a leisurely pace. Absolutely no risk at all. And the head crabs aren't really a danger so much. They're a minor danger, and that's about it. but being able to negate the whole people shooting at me while dealing with them is kind of cheesy to me. So here's one more thing I did not like about this, is that shooting with a pistol from this distance results in a lot of missed shots, even if you're right on top of them. So this combat, for me, it feels like it gets drawn out because there's so many guys. I think there's 6 or 7 of them. I think this is 5, right? And then that guy is 6, and he's so far away. So yes, you can go down here to get closer, but you can't really get closer. You're minorly closer, and then you have those things to deal with. The head crabs down there are not aware of you until you enter the area, so they're basically ineffective. And I have no idea if you could just bypass that whole combat and just run in here. That is actually the one thing I never did try to do. And then more guys show up. And they come out facing that way, which I think is really hilarious. And they all just stand there and shoot at me. They don't do anything else. I don't know if there's cover nodes in this or what, but they don't seem to act intelligently. Another thing I really didn't like is that, oh, this elevator. I really didn't like this elevator. It is a good pacing break between combat, but it's a slow elevator that isn't telling you a story. You're not seeing anything happen, and it's just 15-20 seconds waiting for the designer to let me move forward. Was not a fan of that. Although it is near a map transition, so maybe that is why. I would have preferred a puzzle there, letting me get down or something like that, rather than an elevator. It's entirely passive, and it's rather boring. Ooh, more combat here. Alright, so here's the thing that this is one of the rare things that I kind of liked, is that you're able to see this crate here leading you under here, and then you can kind of scope out the enemies before shenanigans happen, and you can kind of get the first drop on them by shooting that thing. But here's what I did not enjoy. These two guys right here, you'll see them run off to the left. They are gonna stay right there. If I take too long killing these guys, they'll come out eventually. Or maybe I have to go around. I think I have to go around and then they come out. Yeah, then they come out. I'm not sure why the designer did that. I think it's meant to, you know, draw your attention to this area, because the ladder kind of blends in with the wood here and stuff. However, because even if you come out to the side here, they will run over there and they won't actively engage you. And personally, I think if everyone here, there's also no real opportunity to like kind of go out here and flank and stuff and do all that kind of fun combat-y stuff. But aside from all that, you know, could have been things, I think if you get out here and you kill everyone, and then like another guy drops down here, or 1 or 2 guys maybe, that would be a better leading device through to the rest of the level, rather than just 2 guys. Oh hey, there's the bad guy over there, let's run over here and stay here, because they're not really doing anything here other than being a leading device. So there's one item crate somewhere over here, and this is what I was gonna say before the elevator. One of the things that I wasn't too crazy about is that it doesn't really feel like Half-Life 2. There's not a lot of puzzly or hidden items to get. There's very little incentive to explore. I think that is maybe, literally, the only kind of off in the corner kind of item crate that you can get. And that's it. Alright, so here's another thing. We have a sniper fight here. And all he does is do this. So, my opinion, anytime you change established rule sets for a game as popular as Half-Life 2, you gotta train the player. So if for every other sniper fight in existence in Half-Life 2, you throw a grenade into the window and then it blows up. Except that this one has steel bars on it that apparently are magnetized to the grenade, so my grenade just bounces off. But we have this, the energy beam thing conveniently located right below the thing. So if that goes in there, that blows them up in an amusing fashion. And there's just no training for that at all. And that was one of the things that I took issue with. Let's see here. Oh, I have it marked down as a general thing, but I'll talk about that at the very end, I guess. Let's get rid of these guys. More enemies that just kind of post up and don't really move. At least there's kind of opportunity to scoot up and stuff. Go. And now the music starts. So it's been kind of musicless for a while. And we have more completely empty hallways. This is actually the one combat encounter that I kind of liked, because you can kind of sneak up behind them. And also there is... this is kind of more along the lines of the combat that I would rather see throughout the entire mod. Because what you can do, you can run in here, you can go Rambo style on everybody. I don't know why he was in there. Hey! Most of them are out here and stuff. But you could also go through the house. I don't know what the hell this guy's doing. Scripting everybody. Yeah, I don't know what that was about. Usually this guy comes out way sooner. This is the first time that's done that. Just basically, you can go through the house, you can kind of sneak up behind them, or you can just go straight up the middle and take them out that way. I think I might have broken something here by killing 2 people in the house and then coming back out and going around. That seems like that happened. Let's get you. Health is always nice. We have a lot of stuff back here that's just kind of set dressing. Did I get the crate upstairs in here? Shotgun shells. Yeah, nothing really going on up here. Yeah, this links up with the rest of the house. So this is one of the things that I liked, actually. This portion of combat here. And this connection here, it's kind of weird, because this whole wood pile and this thing really blocks your view of it, so it's not really called out. You kind of have to stumble on it on accident. I wish it was called out a bit more. And so we have some guys running around. That's foreshadowing, because we get to kill some more of those people. And I think we could kind of shoot those people, but the optimal solution is to do that. And then it releases all the zombies because it turns off the shield. But since these are 2 plasma rifle guys, they utterly destroyed the 3 zombies. I don't think I've ever seen one Combine die from it. That one actually might, because he got weirded out there. Oh, that's right. This is another thing I hated. I forgot about this entirely. Oh, come on. Yeah, can't throw grenade. through the barbed wire fence. I don't know what happened there. Holy cow, I'm dying. Literally inches from health. I don't know what happened there where I tried underhanding a grenade and it bounces off. I don't know what that's about. I really don't. I don't know. I think like there's clip on the barbed wire. Oh, balls. I'm gonna die again here. I think there's clipping on the barbed wire instead of just a normal, like, player clip. Oh my god. I'm trying to sort of talk and chew gum here at the same time. Alright, no more Mr. Nice Guy. This is embarrassing. Yes. Player clip on the, just on the barbed wire, or just over that whole thing so I can throw grenades through and stuff, and have that be the end of it. No fuss. See? Happened again. It's weird. It doesn't need to be just on the barbed wire because you can't really jump over this, and it just needs to be player clip. That's it. Alright, let's wait for them to charge me. These guys actually do charge me. I think it's in their base AI though. I don't think the designer's doing this. And every one of these guys drops so much ammo. There's never... You're never kind of like out of... at risk of out of ammo. So one of the other things I didn't enjoy is that these spawn areas are just cubes to spawn things. I didn't actually notice that they had items in them. Where's the other one? The other one's over here. Yep, just cubes and a door, and I guess items as well. And this, I'm pretty sure, is a... players were getting lost, not knowing where to go. Alright, so we're back with the resistance here.
Hold fire! Hold fire! It's him! Hold fire!
Don't tell me what to do.
Ah, well it looks like you paid attention to my advice about secrecy. You indeed proved to be one hell of a troublemaker. Excellent work. Anyways, we've secured things from here. Head up and we'll make a run for the train station.
Right, train station. Where?
I didn't think you'd make it.
This guy.
Looks like we might actually get out of here, though.
Yeah, we might. Okay, so we're going through here. More empty houses, etc., etc. All right, so here is. This is actually kind of a good thing though, that backtracking through the environment that you've already traversed and seeing mysterious item crates appear out of nowhere. But this is inexplicably walled off and bricked off. Just random brick walls. There was another random brick wall over here somewhere that I really didn't like as well.
Let's clear the way for the others. Move out.
So, where did they go? Did they run off already? I think they ran down that way. This is where we're supposed to go, I believe. And this was all, yeah, there they are. They're waiting for me here. Map transition. And here is where my disdain for the environment took a turn. Oh, look at all this. We're fighting amongst nature here. Very square nature. So one of the other things that I did not enjoy is that these guys, they seem to be all set to invulnerable, and they are just super effective against all these enemies here. You could literally go make a sandwich and come back to a dead field of Combine. But I do like the geometry of the layout here, because you can kind of go up and attack them from above and stuff. You have like a tactical advantage and whatnots. And I did enjoy that. But I really hate this all this super square cover because of this. So all these guys are just way too effective. and there's... These guys just kind of post up and don't hide, and there's not a lot of room to kind of approach them. Alright, so this is kind of neat, although it's all stock assets here. You done blowed up the bridge. There goes our whole plan. Thanks for opening the gate for me.
Ow! God, where the hell are we supposed to go now? I don't know, but we must press on. There's got to be another way out of here. If we stop now, we're dead.
That's just, it sounds so
Lead the way!
manufactured, you know? Like, oh, okay, we're facing imminent death. We must press on. This isn't like a speech, you know, told to an army or something. It's just to 3 people and stuff, and it feels a bit shenanigansy. So now we have zombies to deal with. Although zombies are really uninteresting to fight unless you have a gravity gun, in my opinion. They're just... or some other means to dispatch them to make it interesting, like traps to shoot them, or to light them on fire, or something like that. There's just nothing interesting about all zombie combat.
Cross the gap!
So this is a case where the super effective guys with the SMGs come in handy, because there's like 6 of these things, and they're all set to invulnerable, so you're at no risk here as your NPC buddies take them all out. Take most of them out. Because these things are damn annoying. Clear the way. Are we missing someone? Did someone actually die this time? I never noticed it. No one ever died before. This is a first. There's our Strider buddy. Hello, buddy. So we get in here and the Strider doesn't really do anything. He doesn't collapse the tunnel. He doesn't come over and walk on us. He actually just kind of walks away, which is really kind of silly. I would expect him to come down here and shoot into here to prevent backtracking and stuff. But that's what this is for. Prevent backtracking. Fall down a hole. What do you think is going to be down here? If you guessed more zombies, you are correct. Are you alive? Kill the poison head crabs. Yeah, so because of never really running out of ammo on this guy, this is a super cheap shot here. That's actually the first time I've been able to avoid that, even knowing that it's there. Kinda silly. Alright, we're gonna get through the wall here. Hopefully not blow us up. I don't know why that guy just burst out of there. So this is another thing, monster closets, that, you know, how did this zombie get in here? There's no other door, there's no other way to get in here. It's just arbitrarily a monster closet for a spawning location for a zombie. And I don't like that. And this is actually kind of neat here.
It's back!
Hello.
No, not again! Run!
Secure the area!
Oh my god, Barney? How did you... Never mind, I'm sure it's a long story. We're going to get you out of here. Just stay calm. Focus on my voice, okay, Barney? You're going to be fine.
Yeah,
breathe.
the audio went weird there at the
Just-
end. That's happened every single time. So one of the things I didn't really like about that ending is that it's entirely passive. It kind of robs the player of the feeling of like, hey, I overcame something really cool. It's just Strider blows up house, and then I was saved by NPCs. The thing that I talked about very long time ago was that the voice acting is well done with the British. Holy crap, that's loud. Yeah, it sets my volume all the way up. What's his name? The British guy. Good voice actors, you know, because all that was custom. I don't know about Alex. That might have been. But another thing that that was on my list is that you're referencing the train station and stealing, you know, getting on a train with others, you know, in the mission briefing in the very, very beginning. But, you know, because the bridge fell, there's no resolution there. You're told to go get a train station. What happens to all the other people, right? It's like, okay, Alex saved you guys, but what about everyone else back at the camp? One of the few things that I did like was that there was sort of a mix of environments. You have the prison, then you have like Combine stuff, and then you're kind of fighting out in the forest and stuff. And even though it's pretty short, it's a good transition between them because you're kind of out in the middle of nowhere. But ultimately, I'm gonna say thumbs down for this, just because it feels very first pass. It's got issues, and if the environment was just taken to a higher level, you know, that would probably push it into the medium range for me. But I don't know, I've never been so divisive, whatever, over the reviews on Planet Phillip. It was kind of surprising that everyone loved it as much as they did. Oh well. Thanks for watching, everybody. Join me next time, whenever that may be. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.